Chair Hamidi, let me begin with you. First of all, I am interested in learning about the occurrences that have been described. I described in my opening statement about near misses and occurrences, TCAS advisories that occurred on numerous occasions over a long period of time. And what I hope you, and I will ask the administrator of the FAA these questions, but I would like to know, what did people know? When did they know it? And why didn't someone do something about it? In asking you about this topic, is the information that is collected by the FAA, that's where these statistics that we've each mentioned, that's where they come from. Is that true?
There were different sources of information, some which was FAA, some of which are voluntary safety reporting programs.
And do those voluntary safety reporting programs, it's voluntary reporting to the FAA?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I want to give you a chance.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. So the information that has been described here about those events over a long period of time is housed and utilized by you, but housed at the FAA.
I believe through a contractor, but yes.
And do you know at this point whether that information was reviewed in a regular manner? Have you investigated why information that seems so important didn't result in changes in policy, rules, or regulations?
I don't know why. What I will say is this was a data request, came from a data request from the NTSB. We made that with the FAA and received information from the Aviation Safety Action Program, ASAP, from ATSAP, which is air traffic control, from mandatory occurrence reports, and we also received information from FAA surveillance data from radar. But this was a request from us, and that resulted in our evaluation of that data and our urgent safety recommendations. It is, I don't know if the FAA pulled that data themselves at any point, and I'd have to defer to the acting administrator on that.
That information was so valuable, so important, so critical, that that's the reason you asked for the immediate changes in safety regulations, true?
Yes, and you know, there does seem to be an issue with identifying emerging trends and looking at, there's a lot of data going to FAA, and taking that data and looking at trends and not specific issues, I think is something not only the IG has raised, but others have raised, even the acting administrator has raised about having to do a better job with analyzing those trends. But it's key, because if we can get it after an accident occurs, what's key is getting it before and preventing it.
This is the wake-up call that suggests whether changes need to be made, true?
Correct.
Administrator, I'm interested in asking you the same series of questions. What did the FAA know prior to this accident? When did they know it? And why wasn't some action taken to encourage and in fact increase the safety, particularly at an airport like DCA and maybe others, and the proximity between helicopter and commercial air service traffic?
Yes, sir. So I'm very concerned about what we've learned in the subsequent investigation, both from the NTSB as well as our own reviews that we immediately took. Clearly, something was missed. I would say immediately after the event, we took the action, again, I referenced earlier, with Undersecretary Duffy's leadership, to restrict air traffic in that area, to ensure there was no helicopter traffic, as well as fixed wing.
My question is, what did not happen at the FAA that would have highlighted this problem earlier, at the time in which this information is acquired by the FAA, but apparently not looked at until the accident?
So the actual process by which there's an ongoing review all the time of the data that is available. As the chair mentioned, there's millions of pieces of data that come in, and I would tell you that we have verified every single near midair collision was investigated, but there are certainly those instances where the information itself was not identified, and that's why we've put artificial intelligence and machine learning in place now to ensure that we're able to go through millions and millions, tens of millions of pieces of data to identify those trends and act quickly to mitigate those risks.
There's no question but what, had this information been utilized by the FAA or others, that steps could have been taken to make certain that flying, particularly again in the circumstance of helicopters and commercial aviation at a place like Reagan National Airport, there would have been an opportunity to do something had that information actually been known and acted on.
Yes,
True?
sir. That
True?
is correct.
Thank you.